Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to Industries of Titan, where the toxic green smog is bright and beautiful and totally beneficial to our people to be in. Very much so. This is meant to be a lava zone. Don't know why it has a green tint to it right now. I guess maybe that's just like the current weather effect that's going on. But yes, welcome back. Last time we fended off a cowardly attack by the rebel forces for their level 1 attack. I've pulled my people off the ship and now they're getting sorted. But this time around we have work to do. We have the little challenge I thought up last time, which has a snowballing effect really on difficulty, rather than like being one stage being massively difficult. It's like it's a bit of an efficiency here, it's a loss of resources there, it's a vulnerability to pollution over on this side. It's like there's different things that are worse if we try to go pure factory building as much as possible, with the exception of specialty stuff that can't be duplicated by the internal modules, like research or air purifiers. They can't be duplicated, so they have to be built separately. Though only individual buildings there, they can't be connected for double to make them more efficient. And that also means sadly no go to residential stuff. So no office space, no pollution resistant worker habs. Everyone lives in the pure industrial sector of Titan, in the factories. So that's the challenge that we're going to be laying down. Though there is the caveat I mentioned, which is like stuff that can't be replicated readily. But anyway, we have a comment on the last video from Happy Afer. That challenge is certainly something you haven't done before, though I don't think it would increase difficulty by much. As I said, it's like it's a staggering thing. It snowballs the further and further it goes. The inefficiency and the vulnerability just gets worse as time goes on, and as more infrastructure gets built. So it does get worse and worse. It won't be much by now, but it will be worse later, effectively. Continuing. How about you add a no roads rule? At least until you need those transport hubs for achievements. Both rules together should make for a decent challenge. I'm kind of hesitant about that because roads are actually very important for logistics. Like, I don't think you've ever really realised this, but a no roads rule. These guys can walk around. They hold like one, maybe two materials at a time. I think it's just one actually. That's one per worker, and they move slowly. The basic trucks, if I recall, house 3. I'm saying, but yeah. And there's also the massive speed difference as well, so it's like without that we need to be transporting stuff very locally, otherwise we'd need a massive worker pool to make up for it, and then we need to finance getting those workers. But anyway, transmission.
Today will be difficult, Nick. I thought it best to warn you now. How are you feeling? Me? Well, I would rather not be here, of course, but I suppose I'm as prepared as I'm ever going to be, even if every part of me dreads it. All the conversations I'm about to have, that I have to have, all the ways they're going to look at me. I'm aware of what they say about me, on the streets and the press, the corners of the boardroom when they think I'm not listening. That I'm naive and sheltered, an idealist who doesn't understand how the world works. But people should never grow out of wanting better. I really believe that. That's how I work. I'm glad you think so, Nick, but I'm afraid people like us are somewhat of a rarity on Titan. It's a shame that. The board won't like this. Many of them barely tolerate me as it is, but I can't do anything else. Is the recording turned on? Good. Then here we go again. Vink Insights does not condone the actions undertaken by Balric Applications, nor do we believe in turning away from injustice.
Sounds like someone's getting ready to get their PR game on. Oh dear. 6 isotopes. I'll take that. So yeah, you probably saw in the background, it's like I was looking around, looking for interesting ruins, things like that. Zethane 160%, sensor range 10, Zethane 320. Of course, one problem with these advanced ruins often is just like the cost in artifacts, which by the way would be another thing. Artifacts are a very finite resource, we can't even buy them from the council in emergencies. And that you need artifacts for every single employee you get, and yeah, so that's why I don't think I want to do a no roads challenge unless you actually want to see me trying to do that, because it would just like it cause massive problems, and I'd have to completely restructure the city. I couldn't keep pollution off to one side. Like the smokestacks was actually very close to the place making pollution. Sorry, making the waste, just because of the quantity that would need to be shifted around. So I'd have to have smokestack like right around here, like a few tiles away, most likely to get good throughput on it, which is going to cause further problems. So yeah, I'm not much enamoured. It would be a challenge, but it would also be an absolute pain. That's my thoughts on it, anyway. I enjoy having these things turned off, but it's like they have all the information you need on the HUD display for a reason. Ah well. Anyway, let's get back to trying to colonize Mars. Wait, we're not colonizing Mars. What am I on about? Heck, I'm not even colonizing Titan. Technically, I'm building corporate towns in this place. I've come to a bit of an unfortunate realization about this. Right, so over here I am starting to build up my quote-unquote residential zone. I will have hospital and park coverage because, you know, the whole can't duplicate it thing. I need to upgrade you by one stage. There we go. But in terms of like habitation and office space, I'm going to have to do that in factories. I've also realised because of the rule, I'll have to do storage space. So what I really need, because my waste storage is full, I need a full-fledged waste storage spot, like a waste storage building around somewhere. You know what? Since the council is so good and generous and kind to us, I'll put my waste storage next to them. That sounds nice, right? I'm sure they'll be absolutely fine with it. Maybe. It's not a complex floor, it's just a dense one. Anyway, yeah. I will show you though. I have actually got this worked out now. This is like 10 habitation pods. So, what am I about? 10 pods. This is like 20 people can live in this. I need to do a companion floor for it, which is going to be the monetization scheme. Where is it? Here, right at the start. Now the problem is this is like 1 per. So I've got, this is what, that's times 20. I don't know how many I'm going to fit into one of these floors. But it's still way less efficient than the housing structures, as well as being less safe. Okay, so the scale of the problem is starting to make itself apparent. You are at 26%. I'm going to install another fuel floor in you. We're actually getting warnings here of low zethane. Probably shouldn't install another fuel floor in you. Yes. Well, that's why I'm building other spots as well. That's another problem. With removing the larger, more dedicated structures, these guys, they can't actually benefit from advanced catchment range either. Your fuel turbine floor, apply you. So these guys can only grab the adjacent tiles in a cross pattern for dragging in zethane, and apparently it's a bit of an issue. Look at that, zethane 8%, yeah, that is crashing because of the number of things in there. So that means some of these skyscrapers are going to be wind up being multi-purpose, I think. Power plants, apply you. Another issue is you can already see this area starting to go up a little bit more. We got this whole thing like storing 20, right? The problem is, because of the larger footprint, office space can only go up to 13. So 20 is 13, so it's a bit under 2 of these for every one of these. And I'm going to have to be building with that ratio, so the density numbers are going to be quite a bit lower as well. As well as being more expensive to build. Well, actually, I don't know how expensive are these. 22. I can't afford to build that right now. Yeah, I need more. I need a bigger variety of minerals, not just level 3s. Like, because I'm building cheaper machines, I need lower level materials around as well. It's kind of throwing up the balance of the refining. Like, refining everything isn't necessarily better anymore. It won't save me materials. It's just going to choke me up with waste. Something to think about there, isn't it? But yeah, multi-purpose. I think because I don't really want to put more turbine floors in this because of the low zethane level, which is suffering. And that's next to 3 crevices, by the way, so decent-ish fuel storage spot there. I think I'll multi-purpose that into storage floors as well, like a waste storage or mineral storage or whatever. Sorry, waste storage, batteries, and fuel are going to be the big ones. Mineral storage, I don't really need that much. What's in the refinery buildings will probably be enough, but what I do really need desperately is more waste storage. And then shipping that about is the other reason why a truck-only run would be an absolute nightmare, because normally trucks are using that to get waste to the smokestacks fast enough to burn it. And if I can't do that, then everything grinds to a halt and I have major problems. Speaking of major problems, I think I shall go ahead and construct a science lab, because we do need to see if we can get tech to improve the situation. Right now we seem to be having a heat wave going on as well. Lovely. I call in my first colonist and it's in the middle of a heat wave.
Good to see you, Carlos. I see your first week went rather swimmingly. We chose well with you, it seems. By the way, how's that night job treating you? I figure we know each other well enough by now. We can have some transparency. Oh, don't give me that look. You know what I'm talking about. All those clandestine meetings in the shadows, encrypted messages. It wouldn't be business on Titan without some subterfuge. Classic playbook stuff. Oh, you thought I didn't know? Well, dear, of course I do. I even know who hired you and what for. As I've said before, Kaz Gara and I go way back. I know all his tricks by now, and I know a plant when I see one. I even know that the bugs currently recording in my office were placed there by you on his order. But don't you worry, they're still there. Wouldn't want you to get in trouble with your other boss, would we? So, how about we get some lunch? I know a good place around the corner, and you can tell me all about your nighttime romps. Good, Carlos. I knew you'd see things my way.
Okay. That lady's being spied on and she basically just doesn't care. And apparently that's the way of things on Titan. Whoever is wiretapping me, listening to this conversation, trying to learn my management strategies, shame on you! You should know by now I'm not very good at this. Unless you're wiretapping me just to laugh at my incompetence, in which case, go ahead, sure. I don't mind being laughed at. If I cared about being laughed at, I probably wouldn't be doing this now, would I? The factory over there. Already, devices are adding to my threat scale considerably compared to just flat out buildings, so that's another thing. The rebels will get more and more antagonized while I get less from it as well. Just need to fix my ship. I'm almost through the work schedule. Those salaries are also due, which will wipe that out, so I should actually spend my money to repair while I can. You are somewhat damaged. This is majorly damaged. You're somewhat damaged as well. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything that was damaged. Right. Before the funds get locked up. Already we're having a storage warning over here. waste storage on this floor is locked up. Yeah. I definitely need some waste storage buildings. I think this view is kind of demonstrates why I want to have trucks. These guys are just scattered hither and thither all across the place. And all they're doing literally is just like lugging an individual resource container here and there. And then they have to run back empty-handed to get another job. I've paused refining of minerals because I have realised it's actually far cheaper for me to build the residential stuff out of tier 1 materials than the higher tier stuff, which I need the higher tier stuff for like power plants and things. But I just have to, I think I just have to configure my storage. I mean, this thing can store what? 108 tier 3 minerals? That's too much, so maybe just like have this one storing tier 1s instead and have one of these smaller 48 ones for the high tier stuff, the top tier stuff. Just to limit my production so I'm not refining stuff that I don't need to refine. I think might be the order of the game here for this one. Just because I need low level materials far more than I need high level materials. Oh look, citizens already died. Killed by sickness. Killed by sickness. They're doing this, by the way, at 23% pollution. So, yeah. These guys just don't offer any kind of pollution resistance. I need to try and get an air purifier up.
Did you really think you would be rid of me that easy?
Well, I hoped. I really hoped. Here we go, 2 versus 1. We just haven't had the materials scrounged up for an additional ship, so let's hope this one is going to do the job. We have no other additional defences, and we are more scattered out than before. And there's one. We should be okay, I guess. As long as they don't blow up something too vital. But we are literally just at the point where we're turning a profit, so it's not so simple. I told you to go after that guy, come on. Off you go. Yeah, it's not so simple trying to do this. I'm constantly short on level 1 minerals, but that's because, well, basically a lot of my stuff is more efficient than... Where are you? Are you going to fight? No, you're going for the power pylon, aren't you? Yep, you are, you are. You just ignored my ship completely. how dare you? This, by the way, is with the crew pulled into my ship before the thing to reduce the threat. Why? And you're going after one of my turbine factories. Eh. By the way, if you're interested, my first batch of citizens actually died off to pollution. That's why I said I needed the purifier, which is actually doing a great job. It's cut the pollution in half now in the local area. Though it also purifies Zethane as well, sadly. Anything I need to do for you to keep you going? Not really. If I target all 3 of you, like I did last time, just like do that to immolate whoever's on the weapon, then you should be able to deal with this. In fact, actually, if I'm going to be immolating crew like that, actually going with small lasers instead of the big ones would have been a good idea actually for this ship. Maybe I should do that for my next ship. Go for another medium ship, just have the small lasers for rate of fire, and then just do that to blow up the crew. That's actually probably be a really good idea. It'll be more efficient versus ships like this. Though of course, if the enemy has any kind of shielding, then that will mean extra shots to get the crew down. So you'd want a large ship to at least partially mitigate that by having the shield go down. I don't know. But anyway, at least these guys are relatively simple. But it is time I was thinking of like trying to do the dirty back and return the favour. So I still want at least another ship, but I need more people for that. I need crew. 1 isotope, sure, take that. And for that, I need to actually be able to pay my workers. And yeah,
I'm
that did it.
impressed, but not enough to stop me from destroying you next time, Founder.
That's a date. You've lost power. Why have you lost power? Am I low on power in general? I am. I am low on power in general. I did order an additional power floor over here. You're struggling for lack of ethane. You are actually operational. Okay, we are just flat out low on power. Right. I will upgrade you. This is getting expensive real quick. I need mines actually sooner rather than later, because otherwise I've already grabbed all the high resource value structures within my HQ territory range. So the best value for influence spent is already been grabbed. And that means I need to try and do the thing. Ooh. And actually upgrading that has caused a massive fuel blackout. Oh, hi.
Dad, I made a mistake. I bought a protein bar from a street stall, and well, it cost way more than I thought it would. Callie says it's a scam, but most scams aren't illegal on Titan. Callie says so long as you aren't scamming the council, they don't care. Look, I don't want to tell you how much money I lost. It was a lot, but I'm not worried. You shouldn't be worried either. Everything is fine. Callie got me some leads on the job hunt. Meantime, I can make a little cash in the monetization stations. You heard of them before? They pay you to watch ads. 1 hour sitting there pays more than I made in a week back home. It's gonna be good, Dad. Everything's gonna work out.
Yeah, the monetization stations, the thing with that is, well, it's like ads in general. It's a symptom of how the ad industry is trying to go, like, pay more, get more eyeballs on the ads. Well, that's how YouTube revenue goes as well, actually. But they just like creep everywhere they can, and they aren't being regulated enough. And this, I think, is a case of predatory ads. Because if we're earning credits for this and paying them to do this, then enough people must be going for these ads and buying the things in the ads to make it worthwhile to them, which is actually a bit of an issue. Because if they get paid more than they get in a week, so I guess disposable income to go towards whatever is in the ad. You too can have this fancy chrome-plated eyelash curler, which will also cut your toenails. Yes. Call now and you get it for this low, low price of 3,000 Titan credits, or your local currency equivalent. Warning. Using local Titan credits increases price by 20%. Give us the other money instead. Monetization is... it's got some shady sides to it, okay? Oh, I've refined all my isotopes again. I'm just not gathering them fast enough. I need more people, stat. Well, it's starting. We are getting our first road. Just to try and speed things up because, well, it's a massive bottleneck relying too much on your workers to go everywhere. Roads are just such a huge boon. If we have a look though in here, we can see the initial trucks literally are, as I said, just like they carry 3, and that's opposed to the regular worker just carrying 1 as well, and being a lot faster. So. Yeah, the problem is that I need credits to use it, and my credits are kind of limited. How many workplaces do I even have? I don't know. That's not, here we go. Current citizens, 38, current living space, 40. What is this? I've never actually looked at this tab before. 38 occupied, 2 vacant, none offline. Okay. Total jobs 7, because a bunch of those are offline due to lack of power. Oh, that one's actually not. That one's not in range of 1 at all. Actually, oops. There That needs to be there. Okay, right. Just get rid of this. And put another relay in there to reach that one. And then this thing will be fully powered. Or it would be if we had enough power plants. Citizens are still dying! Ah! I need something to the hospital, damn it. The purifier is doing a goodish job, but not enough. I think we need another purifier as well to help sanitize the area. No protection means I must protect them directly, as much as I physically can. Oh yeah, I upgraded this factory to install a power generation floor on top of it. That's another thing. It's harder to tell what's what if everything is tucked away inside of factory buildings. It really is harder. Everything's the same. Industrial chic. Or dystopian industrial chic? I don't know. One of those two. This one needs to be scrapped so I can get my road up to the waste storage building, which by the way is still under construction. Because I kept running out of level 1 minerals to do it. Claim... 3 artifacts. How am I doing with artifacts? 44. I will salvage you. I want your minerals. Behold. The waste storage floor. Amazing, intricate piece of puzzle solving this, isn't it? There we go. Expensive too, actually. You know what, let's find out. This is a waste storage floor. It costs 100 minerals to build. Well, the storage facility costs 25, so that's 4 times the cost. Storage is 200 on the storage facility. While this is, I think it's 115, 150. Let's have a look. It is plus 15, so that, yeah, so that's 150 storage in here. 4 times the cost and only holds 75% as much compared to a standard storage facility building. And the ratios are gonna go. Stop dying, please. I don't have enough people emptying the spaceport to let you keep dying because I can't call more people in because I can't afford to upgrade the spaceport anyway. No, wait, don't want to do that. I don't want you to waste level 1s on those. I want you to build with level 3s. This is one of those things where it's 20 isotopes for these things, so I might as well use a level 3 on it rather than level 1 because it's just like it saves so much on minerals. This is not going smoothly. I will say that for a fact. I can't believe I did that. 100 things holding 150? No, that's like a decimal wrong. So that is like 4 times the cost, but it actually holds 1,500 waste versus the 25 for 200. So yeah, it is actually more efficient to do that. It's a lot more manual, but I have the blueprint saved, so I don't have to actually lay that blueprint again. I just have to be careful not to accidentally build it out of higher tier materials, because that would be a massive waste of anything other than the tier 1 minerals. There is also a whole bunch of tier 1 minerals that are not going to be converted into higher tier minerals as well, so it's just like, there's an opportunity cost as well. I have to find all these materials somewhere. Also, because I'm having Zethane problems, I have installed... I've activated 2 structures over here. Let's turn this off so I can actually see what I'm doing. Right, so, I've activated this one, which is a 320% per second Zethane generator. Notice, by the way, this thing has sucked the local squares dry. It's not technically on top of 3 of them, but it's very close. There's little Zethane over here. This one is actually depleting a lot of Zethane from the locals as well, though there's also this guy purifying in the area. This guy is going a long way to denting the Zethane over here. So these Zethane gathering floors, they drain a lot of stuff. Now, while I don't have the territory in this area, I do have the view because I've activated this one. No Zethane bonus, but it does give me view over the local area, so I can at least have a look around a little bit more. Can't go out and survey though, because they're outside my territory area. Sadly. Just have to see if I want to activate anything else. Gotta watch my materials though. Yep, and there, another citizen has randomly died. Citizen Olo has died by sickness. Goodness sake. I think maybe a pollution. I need more pollution to scrub a catchment area. And or industrial fans, just to keep things away from this spot. Hmm. But yeah, I do have the road network now, by the way, but I just don't have the vehicles, because vehicles need credits. And I'm not earning credits because all my people are dying. And I'm struggling to get more people because I can't have the money, and I need the money because I don't have the people because the people keep dying. This place is just a... Citizen Besh has died by sickness. Pollution is down... Struggling to drop below like 19% though. So another thing, but I think maybe just an industrial fan will be the better choice. Just shunt it away from these things. Actually, yeah, why don't I do that in the first place? Put an industrial fan there, just go, nope, everything goes that way. Oh well. Something feels slightly wrong about this. I've always been like manually controlling like efficiency, like my big buildings with max tier resources, like all things pushed to the full extent of my material resources. And in this one, I'm finding actually trusting autocurrency is a very good policy to go about. Like this power plant floor, 17 level 2s, 5 level 1s. Or a turbine floor is also a mixture. So it's just like... It's actually doing pretty good. Like this one, the waste storage, it says, nope, we're going to use level 1s because anything else will be a waste. Normally, I don't really trust that and just throw the higher tier stuff at it. Anyway, this is another power plant floor. I do have that. And I made a slight oopsie with this particular one because it's a turbine building. I didn't actually have it in range of a pylon, so I've had to do that. So I was not getting power to run my office space from that. And because of that, half my office space wasn't working. So, yeah. Also, we've got the fan going at the very least to try and deal with the pollution issue. Let's see. Pollution is still struggling a bit. The fan has only just been operational though for a little while, so maybe I need to upgrade the fan a bit as well to do that. I forget though, what are my goals? We are at the end of the episode, by the way. This is the last interjection, so my current goals. Have a whole bunch of power. We're going to need to build power storage floors for that. It doesn't have to be like the dedicated buildings, but yeah, power storage floors are needed. Offices, we actually need offices. Just like we need transport hubs, we need offices. We need science labs. And we need at least one fuel turbine. So yeah, I need to get those things and decide where to put them. But all of that stuff is locked behind, well, money, which is suffering from the lack of dedicated buildings, ironically enough.
The team has been going over the data. All we have are theories, none any more likely than the last. There's just too much we don't know. My theory, the original civilization moved the moon. Or built a new one, somehow. Whatever happened, it covered Titan in trillions of tons of toxic ash. And this level of damage is not even remotely reversible. There's other hazardous precipitation here, not just the pollution we expected. Every day our soil samples are showing even worse stuff. This place, it's dangerous. More dangerous than I thought. I wouldn't want anyone in my family to be pregnant on Titan. I wouldn't want to drink water here, purified or not. I wouldn't feel safe touching the ground with my bare hands. But my team, the Corp, sent us here to prepare a plan for parents and children to migrate over. And the way the Corp is, even if I turn in negative reports, they won't cancel the settlement plans. I need to think. I need air.
If you need air, mate, you're not going to get it on Titan. I think you've just established that. Yeah, you're right. The Corp wouldn't care. They're just pushing for this space because of the bounty of stuff that's here. Let's get the road network extending to that. I mean, our road network consists of a grand total of 1 truck. Let's be honest. I've not been able to afford to buy more, but yeah. All this entire episode has been like money problems. Ugh. Not having the dedicated offices and things has been a massive handicap. Even the objective to have some offices. If I'd known about that, I'd have got offices at the start, but it was tier 3, so it wasn't actually available at the start. That particular one was restricted. And this is going to be dealing with a lot of stuff. Zethane, by the way, is disappearing from there. This fan is trying to push the pollution around. Let's increase the effect though. Just trying to get this section a little bit clearer. Because I don't want my people to keep dropping dead, ironically enough, because it's hard to replace. 10 people, yes. At least I've got a second office floor, though, at least, so it's like... I've got 2 office floors, I've got 2 citizen floors. We're in the sleep period, let's go ahead and say... I want to upgrade you guys. 36 a pop. Let's turn the guys out on the street for the moment, get those to level 3. But yeah, this is feeling very different from all the maps I've done so far, just because of the restriction I've put on myself. And it's struggling to get started and gain traction as a result. Rushing the rebels, that objective has had to wait just because I've not had the ability to get my citizen number up yet. That's the big bottleneck there, I just can't get the citizens. In fact, I thought I had. I already pulled the crew back off just to get more stuff done. I'm crying out for a lack of citizens. Well, actually, no. Citizens I don't care about. I'm crying out for a lack of workers, which is being caused by a lack of citizens. Though this, at the very least, this particular work shift, I should turn a profit and actually be able to pay my people, and so I'll actually finally be able to start recruiting my first new employees of this particular city. It's been a little bit. It's day 9, so that's very slow, but I'm gonna get there. Look at this, though. I am trying to get pollution way down over here. Oh yeah, 8% and dropping. Very nice. That is definitely an upgrade. If I check my pollution map though, it is good. The fan and the purifier combined are doing the job and pushing it away from this area and these citizen buildings. So yeah, I should definitely work on using fans to try and reduce my mortality rate. Though I still need a park and a hospital, and those are again locked behind credits. Lack of living space. I'm still running only half capacity actually. That's why I built those floors. I'm sorry, I lost track slightly. Waste is being an issue. Look at this. I want to get these 2 floors to be office space floors. And now I'm putting an office space... look at that waste on the floor. In fact, did I ever... Yes, I did build that. That's why I've got 40. Right. So, yeah, in general, 2 office space floors per habitation floor. Though I should try to have a bit more habitation space than office space, rather than having excess office space lying around. Just because extra habitation means I can recruit workers without affecting my income. Supposedly. But yeah, going to call it there though. This has been... I'm Mark3, thank you very much for watching. As a heatwave rolls in, thank you very much, game. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have been enjoying the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. Sorry, my voice is giving out a bit. It's been a long shift at work today. I was on the checkouts rather than the self-service, and my throat hurts. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, gives me those virtual headbats I oh so crave. There we go. And I'll catch you all some other time. I mean, look at these tall, imposing buildings and the luminous yellow windows. Who wouldn't want to live here, I ask you? My citizens obviously have no complaints, apart from the fact that they keep dying from pollution, but that's why there's a giant fan pointing at the building just like that. Sorry, industrial decoration. That's not a necessity to keeping you alive, not at all. Where am I going to site a turbine, actually? Should I allow a connected turbine, because that counts as one building? No, that goes against the rule I set myself. Look at that, I actually have credits for the first time. Amazing.